Hello, this is Dave Blankenship. Special little blogcast on a special day, Mental Health Awareness Day. It's 11:43 p.m. on April 21st, 2009. You may not have known that, but it's important stuff. Mental health, yeah, and it's a stigma attached to it, but it's really important stuff. I've been going to something called the Self-Help Center here in St. Louis. Kind of really cool. And you might see, some areas where you think, oh, it doesn't apply to me, but does it? Or family members, or friends, or people you work with, or is it a little bit that applies to you sometimes? And this stuff is getting really important. So this is a consumer-run organization. It's people who've had some problems and they run the center. So it's a drop-in place. Call, talk to somebody and such, and drop in anytime. It's free. So it's good. Now they need some funding. So corporate America, corporate St. Louis, I hope you're watching that a little bit. I hope you can support these people, because when do you need it, or your family need it, or when does the family members of your employees need it, or when does the community who is your customer base, when they need some assistance, can they go to a place? Can they find a center? There's a couple centers here in town that are these centers. That one is selfhelpcenter.org. It's in Afton. There are about 10 such 10 such organizations in the state of St. Louis. SCOPE is supporting consumer-operated program enhancements. There's another one downtown. I think it's the Empowerment Center on Locust, run by a bunch of good folk. And so I've mentioned before the Gateway to Innovation, a bunch of IT people. Hey, we run IT folks, we run all kinds of good stuff of the infrastructure of every organization, and now of getting up homes and families and such. So, hey, if the tools run, but the brain doesn't run so well because of emotional problems, because of ailments, okay, brain rules, right? But what if the brain isn't working so well? Not getting enough sleep, stressed from family. You have to keep it together. Can people focus on their job when the economics are so tough, when the emotional balance isn't there? Okay, so those are things to consider. Certainly recommend the book. We discussed it yesterday at the regional Chamber and Growth Association leadership training that I was part of. Thank you, Bob Rouse from SIM, for leading that. Great book, because you learn that every brain is different, so perception is different on every person. And so how are we each perceiving our economic stress mess? Is it going to be a depression? Is it going to be, well, I don't think so, but things are changing, and it's enough regular stress, thank you very much. What about today's headlines? Computer spies are getting in, so all kinds of stress for this country. We already got, the banks aren't lending. That was yesterday's Wall Street Journal headline. So and of course then chapter 11, male and female brains are different, but there it is. We've got things to handle. And if you can be aware of mental health, what makes you healthy, what makes you not so healthy, mentally speaking. Exercise is very important, chapter 1. That book has changed my life, okay? And I just read it a couple weeks ago for this leadership training. It's changed my life. It really has. So you might find that it's interesting. One of the things that is good about it, in that leadership training yesterday, you can see a little drawing there. I'll try to hold it steady. Maybe I can even read it. It's got the physical, the emotional, and the mental/intelligence. If you're always mental, intelligent, doing a little bit of learning, then you're going to grow. Your emotional, you try to keep those going okay, and your physical is okay. Then in that middle area is your balance, and you always want to go for your balance in life, and then you can be okay and not taken so bad by the changes that are coming your way, right? And Then the other thing that Bob brought up I thought was very good was this little drawing here at the top, and it's got your life in balance, and so you add your strengths and you shed things that aren't strength. That allows you to grow. When you grow, that allows you to you can I think he said it that when you're doing your growing, if you've defined your mission in life, then you're growing when you're adding to your strengths and getting closer to your mission. You're not shedding your inabilities, but you're shedding your barriers to thinking. So, is there a stigma associated with mental illness? Oh, I'm not depressed. Oh, be honest out there. Things aren't going so well. Take people in confidences that, gauge that they're good people and such, but talk about it. Don't hide things so much anymore. And but go to organizations where they are private. Some of the anonymous organizations, I've had family issues, continue to have family issues with someone with some addictions and some mental health problems and are on disability. And that's just a fact of life. It might be in several families, and hey, it affects you. Okay, but I've learned to detach some from it, and I learned to accept it. And just learning to accept it has been really good. And the Self-Help Center has helped me with that. Probably more help is from a book called Codependent No More, Melody Beattie, How to Stop Controlling Others and Start Taking Care of Yourself. What a great concept. There's an anonymous organization called Codependents Anonymous, coda.org I think it is, and they allow you to consider that, okay, all these other things happening, fine, accept it, take care of yourself. And it's a process. You have to work through it, but you learn things, and you got people that you can talk to. And I've, for other family reasons as well, I've been to the other anonymous organizations, and I had problems myself many years ago. But I learned to, put all those things behind me, whether it was, addictions or whether it was, emotional things, and just learn to do some balance. And I'll have to continue learning to do it, and I'll have problems on occasion. But you have to learn to get rid of the stigma and say, it is as it is, and talk about it and communicate with people about it. I tried the Narcotics Anonymous on behalf of the family member, and the Nar-Anon on the family group on behalf of the member. That didn't change the person. And I've tried this organization and that organization, and it basically, in my case, came down to someone in the family couldn't let that person, they kept enabling the person. They'll continue to enable the person. I just have to accept that, take care of myself. And so there are things that Codependents Anonymous can teach you. It's a relatively new organization to me. I thought I'd heard about a lot of them, but the whole mental health thing, very important. You can certainly find out about the different types of mental disorders and the DSM-4. People can teach you about them. NAMI here internationally, Missouri, St. Louis, NAMI, all very important. A lot of good people and organizations can help you. So get involved in learning about mental health issues. You can discover things via the Wikipedia and such, and talk about them a little more openly. Don't let the stigma keep you away from them, because we are better when we're healthy mentally, when we can concentrate and focus on things. And these are trying times, so try to learn more about mental health and become more aware of it. I'll leave it at that. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.